Hi everybody, my name is Stella Stead. I am the author of Hey Mama, Breathe, You're Doing Amazing. I wanted to reach out to you today because it is really important that we talk about perinatal anxiety and depression. And one of the reasons I wrote this book was that I had no idea how much motherhood was actually going to change me. So I wanted to share a chapter out of the book. And I think that one of my main reasons for writing this is to let every first-time mum know that it's okay. You are doing an amazing job. But if you ever feel that you need to speak to somebody, you should reach out. Never feel alone. So the chapter in this book is called Where Has My Identity Gone? I believe that that is one of the hardest things to fathom. I felt like everything I had worked so hard for had completely disappeared, gone. My high-earning job, which I loved and worked so hard to accomplish and be successful in every single day, my own income that assisted me to be self-sufficient and purchase what I needed at whatever time of the day, my wardrobe, my beautiful wardrobe that still just sits there. Let me tell you, comfort trumps fashion when you first have a baby, unless you're a superstar and make birth look effortless and have a flat stomach the next day with an added fantastic blow dry. But in reality though, if you are showering, you're having a great day. Put your hands up if you're feeling the same way. Getting out the door is a mammoth effort, and that's if the baby isn't crying because they are hungry or have shat themselves. It may take 3,335,000 minutes to exit the house. The days of looking like a glamour queen are put on the shelf for a few months, and I'm calling it. I feel every single one of us as mothers suffer this to one extent or another, and listen to me, there is nothing to be embarrassed about. Talk. Talk to your friends, talk to people at Mother's Group, talk to professionals. Just talk. Your well-being is the most important thing, always. If you are reading this and are feeling even the slightest bit not right, don't overlook it. Don't push it under the table. It won't go away or just get better on its own. Just tell someone. You are worth everything in the world, all the love and guidance in the world. There is nothing lonelier than the first few months. I cried so much. I even thought, what have I done? I felt helpless at times, so tired, and had forgotten what it was like to feel normal. Showered, hair and makeup done. And although I was never diagnosed, there were definitely times of darkness in the first few months. And this is why, because your whole life changes. Yes, even if you have a great partner and support network, it all changes, and you are usually the one feeding at crazy hours and getting up so that your partner can sleep for work the next day. Days start to feel like a scene from the movie of Groundhog Day. I would cry and start to feel anxious every single night at 7 p.m. Why? Because I was exhausted and knew there was no rest in the night for me. I would be up every 2 hours feeding this gorgeous baby throughout the night. I have to tell you, I knew my neighbours' routines just as well. I would be watching their televisions as I was feeding, and you have no idea how many people are up at 3:30 in the morning. Trust me, you will find lots of facts being up all hours of the night. And if you are experiencing feelings of depression, visit the PANDA website, Perinatal Anxiety and Depression. And if you are experiencing feelings of suicide, call Lifeline 131114. And at the back of this book there is more things, and that's just an excerpt of my book, and I think it relates really well to the Panda Week, and it's called Let's Get Real. Let's get real about perinatal anxiety and depression. There is nothing to be embarrassed about. The thing is with motherhood is that not only should they teach us the breathing techniques before we have the baby, but they should really teach us about how it will change us psychologically and physiologically. Okay, there are so many emotional things that we go through as mums that we are not prepared for. Sometimes we feel we need to just have the baby and the next week we're at it, when we all should know that the first 40 days after birth is important for rest and recovery for the mother. In this society, we feel we need to get up and be able to do everything. We celebrate getting back to our pre-baby body, which is great, but why aren't we celebrating other things like the birth of a mother? The birth of a mother changes you. I know it's changed me. I know that I'm not as carefree as I used to be, and I know how much that's affected my relationship with my husband. I love you so much, but I know that I'm different. It's not worse, it's just different. We really need to accept ourselves as we go through the journey of motherhood, because every single change that happens to us is okay. If we need to seek professional help, that's all right as well. There is nothing embarrassing about it. I've written this book and I host events with an amazing lady who I met at Mother's Group, Amy Pasfield, who after her birth has become a postpartum doula for this exact reason as well. We talk about celebrating women after they birth. Everything changes you. Last year, one thing I didn't write in this book last year is that I had a miscarriage and I didn't know I was pregnant, and I was all full of emotions that week. Monday I found out I was pregnant and I was feeling anxious and I wasn't prepared and I was angry, and then on Thursday I found out that it was a non-progressive pregnancy and I cried, and I think I cried for three months. Because I wasn't prepared for that, and because I felt like a failure. I felt guilty first that I was angry that I was pregnant. I felt guilty that then I couldn't carry this baby. And I still feel guilty, and I still get choked up feeling like that. And it's okay, I know, because I'm so grateful that we had Imogen, but I still feel not right about that miscarriage. And I haven't spoken about this publicly, because I felt that it was really weighing me down. And not only with that miscarriage, it also came hormonal imbalance, and I put on 13 kilos, just unwillingly. My body said, here you go, here's an extra 13 kilos, enjoy. And the thing was that I was trying everything to lose this weight. It was terrible. I was seeking assistance, I was eating well, I was exercising. I even went to an endocrinologist who, when she saw me, I only saw her for 20 minutes, and all she said to me was, Stella, you're fat. You've eaten to compensate for your miscarriage. And I said, I haven't. I understand what emotional eating is, and I haven't partaken in that. Not even the endocrinologist, who was another woman, was listening to me. So I've been on a really tough ride. I know I've changed so much, but I also know that I love public speaking about this, and know that if there is at least one person that I touch, and to know that, breathe, you're doing amazing. We really should understand more about what happens to us as women when we birth, how we birth, and then we become a mother as well. There are so many people that can help you. Go to your local mothers group. I know I was frightened to go, and now I love those women like family. Don't ever feel like you are a failure. This is something that we are all going through together. Don't look at social media and think that you're not great like other people, because let's face it, an hour ago I just got back from the gym and I was sweaty as anything, and I just quickly had a shower, put on some makeup, because I knew that I was going to be in front of the camera. And there's no shame in that as well. There is no shame in anything that you are doing. Please know that there's no room for judgment at the bottom of this video. You either watch it, and if it resonates with you and it sings to your heart, great. If you know that you've watched it and it doesn't mean anything to you, no worries. If you know that you've watched it and it will help somebody else, please share it. I'm not famous, I'm just me, but I know that if I can touch one person every day and make them know that they are doing an amazing job, then we are all going to be on the same journey together. Have a great day, and remember, breathe. You're doing amazing. See you.